What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 2, Crown of the Ivory King. Last time we beat Ava, and we unfroze Eleum Loyce, and in doing so we opened up a lot of new stuff. So we're going to begin the process of going back through the level and seeing what's new. That view is new. We couldn't really see before the landscape of the city, the vista below, through all of the raging snowstorm. But we're not just gonna get cosmetic changes here. We're actually gonna get access to a lot of brand new areas that we couldn't get to before because usually there were chunks of ice blocking the path. So we're gonna get access to a couple of new areas, and we're also going to get access to a couple of new items that we couldn't get to before. That said, there is a lot of backtracking to do. And one of the more unfortunate things about this cool little change of unfreezing the entirety of the level by stopping the winds of Eleum Loyce from blowing and freezing the city over is that nothing else really changes aside from some of the side paths that open up. There is one pretty cool little change, and before I forget about this, this is actually not because we stopped the wind. This was the result of pulling the lever upstairs and getting the elevator going earlier. Soul Flash acts as a little bit of a mini Wrath of God. And this ladder is pretty hard to... that's clever. Oh, the Northwarder set. I have a little bit to say about that. The Like a Dream message on the top of a long ladder is clever. I have to believe that's someone making a Snake Eater reference. I hope so, anyway. Unintentionally clever. I'll get back to the Northwarder set in a second. The retainers, who by now you may have kind of just started filtering out as part of the environment, they actually become a factor now that the winds have ceased. One of the only real, tangible changes to the environment, to the level itself, are that the retainers, once you pass them a little bit, once you run past them, they will actually get up and run at you to backstab you. I kind of wish, something that would have happened would be, arena changes, that happens once or twice in a less significant way. I kind of wish that you would get access to new enemies. I wish new enemies, similar to the retainers, would thaw out. Say you're going through an area and you see something frozen in ice, and then when you go back through the level later on, that enemy is thawed out and it's a brand new type of enemy, so it changes how you play through these backtracking segments, so that you have something to look forward to not only as you're in a new area, but as you're heading towards them. That would have made it a little bit more exciting. That said, the change with the retainers is still pretty cool. These are some early items that we couldn't get before, including the retainer staff, which I want to take a look at because I want to learn a little bit more about the retainers. Oh, there we go. Staff wielded by the retainers in the cathedral city. Long ago, the retainers attended to the priestesses, but with them gone, the retainers were left to wander frigid Eleum Loyce without purpose. So they seemed to have, with the priestesses gone, lost their purposes and hollowed out, and once they hollowed, they froze over until we thawed them out. And at this point, they just attack indiscriminately. So this area is, one of the areas that changes probably the most significantly from a gameplay perspective. Before, there were a lot of tiny little glaciers that provided you a little bit of line of sight Now it's just one big open courtyard, which kind of changes how you have to approach the fight here, because you can't just pull the enemies behind the glaciers to line of sight the guy shooting at you from a distance. I wish there was more stuff like that. I wish unfreezing the environment had more of a significant impact on how you backtracked, aside from just opening up side paths. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Right, I wanted to get back to the Northwarders. They were a set of Forossan sages who had to undergo this brutal pilgrimage through, some kind of extreme hardship. There are a ton of references to Forossa in this DLC, in Eleum Loyce. Like, it's possible that... Okay, you're just gonna cast? It's possible that a lot of Forossans might have originally come from here, or vice versa. The king was originally a Forossan. He was the highest ranking general of Forossa, I do believe. And Forossa was this land of complete badasses. Like, Vengarl came from Forossa, Shieldless Lothian came from Forossa, and they worshipped Farum, the war god. So I think some of the Forossans defected when their general left to found Eleum Loyce, or they did so out of a sense of duty, or maybe Forossa was hired as a mercenary provider to help fight back the chaos in Eleum Loyce. There are a lot of ties in this DLC to Forossa, although this place isn't Forossa like I originally thought. I looked into it a little bit. Vengarl specifically mentions that Forossa was far to the east and Eleum Loyce seems to be more towards the north. That, and it said that the king left Forossa to found Eleum Loyce, so there's that discrepancy. One of the bigger changes environmentally, I'll actually go after that after I've taken care of this guy so he doesn't take potshots at me as I'm going forward. Oh, and there's a retainer active behind me. The retainers, I wish they were a little bit more dangerous. Oh, shit! I don't remember that guy being there. Did he unfreeze too? Maybe. While they're having a hard time navigating this corner, just heal up a little bit. Still gotta watch the retainer. They generally just try to stab you in the back, which that's what makes them dangerous, is you go through the level once. Ooh, this is why I have repair powder handy. You go through the level once, and they don't do anything. They don't react to you. They don't really drop anything, so eventually you just forget about them. And then you go through the second time, and they come up, they don't react immediately then either. They wait for you to get past them, and then, like a trap, they come after you. And they usually wind up stabbing you in the back the first time. This broken bridge, now that the ice is melted, this is our first brand new area since we started the backtrack through the level. And this leads out to a couple of really, really cool areas. A couple of phantoms that I'm excited about. And these. Oh, shit, these. We have the return of what are essentially wheel skeletons. Damn it. And they aren't just dangerous when they roll into you, because they're little rats with glacial spikes covering their back. As soon as you run into them, they don't even have to actually attack you. You run into them, you're taking damage. If you are touching their hitbox at any point, they just shred you. Oh no. And they really try to take advantage of this maze of columns here. And they'll do things like this. If you approach this from the other side, they bait you with the item. You see the item, you go after it, and then only after you're in that animation of picking the item up, you get stabbed in the side by these little hedgehogs. Little rats. Hexer Nikolai, I love that name. So I want to try to clear these rats out sooner rather than later because Nikolai's coming at me, and Nikolai's kind of a nasty phantom. Ooh, you got here quicker than I expected. Holy shit. It's fine though, because you can take advantage of these pillars. The first time I fought Nikolai, I had a I might still have a hard time with him. I had a really hard time with him before because I fought him out in the open. And he is not doing one thing that I'm kind of thankful for. This will make it go quickly. So he stands back and he spams really powerful hexes and miracles like Dark Dance and Lightning Spear at you. But the other thing that he didn't do there, but that I've seen him do before, he can cast Peaceful Walk, oh shit, what's it called in this one? It's basically Tranquil Walk of Peace. The name is slightly different in Dark Souls 2. They introduced it back in, Crown of the Sunken King, was when they reintroduced it to Dark Souls 2. It's like Content Walk of Peace or something? Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy that I can't remember this. Ooh, hedgehog. No! God, I was too close when I started swinging at it. Those things are like the nastiest enemies in the DLC. I'm gonna immediately retract that. That's not true. We haven't seen the nastiest enemies yet. Promised Walk of Peace. There we go. I remembered it. Can't open that gate yet. We'll get to that in just a second. The forest spirits up here do pitiful damage. The only other point in the game I can remember seeing these enemies, the forest spirits, is in the Dark Chasm of the Abyss. And they're like, I think they're the only recurring enemy in the Dark Chasm too, which is kind of interesting. Wonder what they are. Actually, what they kind of look like are, they look like the sunlight maggots a little bit from Dark Souls 1, which you found in Izalith. Trying to think that one over in my head a little bit. I don't have much more to go on, any more connections to make there. Just a little observation. They're pushovers, though. Really not a big deal. Even out in the open, even in this kind of labyrinthine setup up here, they still can't do much to you. And yeah, I did intentionally bypass the door back there. That's just so I could get to the bonfire over yonder. I thought there was a way up those steps, but nope. So I'll just take a breather. And there is one more place I can go. Okay, that's not a ladder. Yeah, one more place to go, and that's that door that I just passed a second ago. Is anything follow me in? No. Okay. And... oh, look! A friendly white phantom. He's even waving at me! But if you can target it, you should probably kill it. Especially because, if you look at his gear, where's he going? Oh shit. I'm actually not sure where he runs away to. I managed to kill him before he got away before. If you got a good look at his gear, that's our good old friend Maldron the Assassin! The cowardly phantom who runs away into the Cursed Tower in the old Iron King DLC. I love Maldron. He's such a scumbag. He was using there a special ring that you get from trading with the crows called the White Ring, and it gives you the appearance of a friendly white phantom. Be wary of Oh, I guess if you don't deal with him there... no. Maybe if you just run away and you don't attack him... he probably backstabs you while you try to pull the lever. God damn, I love the phantoms in the DLC. He's not down here, is he? No. There is something waiting for me down there, but... The phantom invasions in the DLCs have been so good, especially... Maldron was the highlight of old Iron King looking back. I love the scumbag tactics. And then there's an even better one in this one, but not yet. That's Jabba the Hutt. Reskin, recolored Covetous Demon. Really doesn't make any sense given the lore of the Covetous Demon. Ooh, is that oh my god, no! He one-shotted me! Oh my god. If I didn't love Maldron and his scumbaggery so much, I would be really mad that that happened. Oh man, Maldron! Oh man. Oh. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. God damn, that was good. You have to at least admit, when I die spectacularly. I'll give you credit for that one, Maldron. Yeah, I ain't falling for that shit again. You're not running away? Okay. Oh no, I wanted to knock him down and just chain knockdowns with this. What is he trying to do? Oh, I guess he only retreats at a certain amount of low health? No, I'm following him this time. He's already gotten away. Oh, and the forest spirit would have blocked my way anyway. Alright. So at least this time I know what he's up to. At least this time I can't fall for it twice. Though I am paranoid he's gonna pop out at a different point this time. That really would be bad if I fell for it twice. Like if he just came out of a corner this time instead of coming after me as I'm going after Jabba the Hutt. Alright, no, he's back there drinking actually. Okay. I at least see his health bar, so... Oh, this is gonna be a doozy. This is gonna be both of them at once. No, Jabba just pushed him out of the way. And he's not coming. Maldron is not... I bet he comes after me as soon as I start fighting. So... This is basically Ornstein at Smo. And try to keep Jabba the Hutt at an angle to where I can actually see both of them at the same time. Okay, he's still back there. Oh, he's just not gonna come after me. Okay, well... Now that I don't have to split my focus... White Covetous Demon better not hit me again. I think if the low-rent version of an already low-rent boss killed me, that, I would be mad at that. That's not gonna happen, though. Okay, so we'll finish you off. And then we are good to go with our good buddy Maldron. Maldron. Oh, there's no excuse for that. I'm 0 for 2 against Maldron in Ivory King. Whoops, didn't mean to shield block. Oh, man. Oh, no, not again. I did the same thing last time. Kill me twice. Once in a fair fight. Ooh. No. This ain't happening twice. I have to be careful. I have to be way more careful than that. There we go. And it's done. Whew. God damn. That was more tense than it should have been. So from Jabba the Hutt, I picked up the, Garrison Ward Key. And the other thing that I picked up just now was the Ring of the Ivory Warrior. Ivory Warrior Ring. Ring of the Guardians of Eleum Loyce. Attacks greatly decrease enemy stamina. Eleum Loyce existed to subdue the raging flame, but when the ivory gates were flung open, the land grew cold and lifeless. That ring's description makes it sound like every time you hit an enemy, they also lose stamina in addition to health. That would be unfair as hell if it worked that way. Instead, it just means that you drain more stamina every time you hit an opponent who is blocking. Kind of like a reverse version of stability. like you're imparting negative stability on them. I forgot this cave system actually goes a little bit deeper. What else is out here off the top of my head? Oh, right, there is all of this left. Right. How did I forget about all that? And then if you come down this side, I think it might just activate a shortcut. Yeah, this is a shortcut back out into this space, which we don't actually need to ever revisit. Really no reason to go back there when you can just aged feather to the bonfire once you're done in this area. So these golems are similar to the ones that you find running around in, well, not running around, but usually totally stationary in Drangleic Castle, except these ones attack. It's kind of interesting that Eleum Loyce had this golem technology that really, until now, we've only associated with Vendrick. The golems were the ones who Vendrick created to build Drangleic Castle. They're the ones who formed the bridge to the Throne of Want. But now, not only are we seeing them here in Eleum Loyce, we're also seeing ones who are built for war. And they're, kind of tough enemies. Although pretty slow. Some of their attacks come out deceptively quick. Whoop. Shit. And they have crazy, wide arcs to their swings. So just like the ones in Drangleic Castle, you have to watch where you kill enemies. Because if you kill an enemy next to one of the inanimate golems, their soul will transfer into it, and that golem will then become active. Ooh, they drop human effigies, though. That's kind of nice. I hope this one doesn't die close enough to the... No, that range is good. No, it's not. Never mind. I lied. I was a little bit too... Oh, man. Tried to zigzag and I ran into its path. So, I'm going to drag them all back and thin them out a little bit. Ugh. My timing. So wrong there. What is your timing like? There aren't too many of these enemies, so I haven't had a lot of experience fighting them, especially not rolling through their attacks. That is really, really delayed. That's a grab. Yeah, we're gonna kind of learn the timing to roll through their attacks on the fly. It's really, I have no other options. I know he has a kick that he hasn't really shown yet. There it is! Ugh. That kick is the attack that I was talking about when I... Oh man, and I killed the golem close enough to him! Wow, I think I became vulnerable, like, just on the tail end of the slam. And even though it didn't pancake me... Yeah, not doing a great job against these. Even though it didn't pancake me, I still took damage just from him hitting the ground. Like that. Ooh, that makes it even trickier to avoid. Still, it's, the edges are starting to get smoothed off a little bit. Smoothed out. Ironing out the wrinkles fighting these golems. And that last one, there's really no reason why I should activate him. I can kill these two hedgehogs far, far away from him. Oh, I didn't know there was an AoE component to that. It's a really weak little bit of splash damage. Not worth it. Disappointed as hell in the R2 of this. I've been using it unintentionally a lot, and now that I'm... No, they were close enough. Holy shit. And now that I am starting to use the projectile in the moonlight, intentionally. It's just super weak. It's not great at all. It's always the downside of some of these special weapons is since Dark Souls 1 even, a lot of them have like projectile-based R2 attacks that severely degrade the durability of the weapon. But usually they're not worth it. The Curved Dragon Greatsword has a pretty good one, a notably good one. But even back in like Dark Souls 1, you still saw that a lot. Like the earliest one I can remember is the Drake Sword had an R2. I think it was the two-handed R2 of the Drake Sword. And it cut the durability of that thing in like a quarter or something. By a quarter, I mean. And it wasn't... Actually, you know, it had its uses. I remember I used that a lot to clear out the attic in the Undead Parish when you get ambushed by all of those hollows, like, right at the top of the stairs after the Baldur Night. Anyway, too much reminiscence. This is a crazy ambush if you think about how tough these enemies are who materialize weapons out of the ice. They are really nasty enemies to throw 3 at a time at you. So I'm just gonna take advantage of a couple things. That nice flip attack that flattens them and knocks them down, and this doorway where they cannot pass through efficiently. Ooh. That's 2 for 1. Is the third one still... No. I thought there was... I'm really confused. I didn't realize the third one died? When you look at the outer wall of this area, it reminds me of the city from Attack on Titan. This is the other side of that broken bridge we came in from. And Azael, that is another denizen of Forossa, or former denizen. Seemed to be in Eleum Loyce for some reason. We're done here now, so I'm gonna bonfire out. And I might hit up Majula, I'm not sure quite yet. Either way, we are at the end of the episode. We'll continue exploring next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.